this is the second video, and what we did by hand, I want to show you how to do with Excel. So let's do, I'm going to do number 8 first. Okay, number 8 was the gas, how far it traveled. And then we'll do number 9, and then I'll go back and do maybe 7 and 8, or 7 and 4. We're not going to do number 1 with Excel because, well, hey, it's too easy. We don't need it. But here's what we're going to do. Okay, so just like for binomial and Poisson, we had a formula. Well, we also have a formula that we can use for the normal curve. Okay, and that formula is called norm dist. Okay, and norm dist is actually, if you think about it, it's kind of a little easier than the others. Norm dist is the function we're going to use in Excel, and norm dist has 4 arguments. We're going to give it an x, we're going to give it the mean, we're going to give it the standard deviation, and in this case we always give it the flag true, always. And it will always return cumulative probability, the probability that x is less than whatever it is you plug in, always, okay? Always will give you that. If you use false, it'll give you the value on the curve, which really is not much use for us. So if we look at, for example, number 8, okay, it says, a new gas and electric powered hybrid car has recently hit the market, travels 65 miles at a gallon. That's the mean with a standard deviation of 4. The first one wants to know what's the probability we get more than 70 miles per gallon. So I'm going to plug into Excel 70 for my x, 65 for my mean, 4 for my standard deviation, and true. But remember, just like when we did the lookup, it's going to give me cumulative probability. And in this case, I want the probability x is greater than 70. So what did I have to do when I did the lookup? That's right. I had to subtract whatever I find from 1. So I'm going to do the same thing with Excel. So let's go over to Excel here. And I'm going to go to Excel, pull up a blank workbook, make it big so we can see. And I'm going to type in equal norm dist. See, it wants my x, 70. It wants my mean, in this case 65. It wants my standard deviation, which is 4. I said I'm always going to use true. But you see it gave me 89.4. Remember, that's giving me less than 70. I want greater than 70. So I'm going to type 1 minus that. So I put 1 minus, and I get 10.56%, which is exactly the value that we got when we did it by hand. So let's just look at that formula again. I did 1 minus norm dist, 70, 65, 4, and true. Letter B says, hey, what's the odds that we get less than 60 miles? Well, that's easy. It's going to be norm dist. My x is 60. My mean is 65. My standard deviation is 4. And I'm going to say true. Because it's less than, I'm not required to do anything, subtract anything. I'm just going to use norm dist. Control tilde shows me once again 10.56%, which is exactly the value we got when we did it by hand. Part B or part C says, hey, what's the odds that we get between 70 and, what was it, between 70 and 55 and 70? Well, just like we had to subtract the small one from the big one, we're going to do that here. Norm dist 70, 65 for true, minus, no spaces, norm dist 55, 65 for true. And if I do the math, and I get about 88.8%. Now, your numbers might be a little bit different when you do them with Excel versus by hand. Excel is a little more precise. The table is kind of an estimate. Excel is a little more precise, but it does the same thing. Okay, so good. Let us then look at another one. So let me go to the document camera here. And let's do number 9. Okay. Number 9 says, I don't know if you can see number 9. Number 9 says the top selling red and Voss tire is rated 70,000 miles, but it actually has a mean of 82,000 and a mean and a standard deviation of 6,400. Was the probability the tire wears out before 70,000 miles? So that's part A, which is cumulative. So I'm just going to use norm dist, 70,000 miles, and the mean is 82,000, standard deviation of 6,400, true, and there was our 3% that we got when we did it by hand. Okay. And part B was, what is the probability that the tire lasts more than 100,000 miles? More than 100,000 miles. Well, it's more, so it's going to be greater than, so I want 1 minus norm dist. And we're doing 100,000 miles, 82,000, 6,400, true. Control tilde. And what did I get there? I get point, yeah, that's what I got when I did it by hand. Small number, I forgot what that value was. But it comes out to be, yes, a very small percentage, 0.25% roughly. Okay, so unlikely to get 100,000 miles. Might as well do the same thing. Remember we said, okay, what's the odds that we get 146,000 miles? That's 1.46 million. It's going to give me a very small 0. Let's see if I get more decimal place. I said virtually 0, and we did it. Whoops, wrong thing. Let's see if we get a significant digit here. No. You can see it is virtually 0. I'm going to get a value here eventually, I think. No. Maybe not. All right, well, maybe not. So it is virtually 0. So that is the norm dist function. I think I'm going to stop there. As you know, I'm recording this video because I'm not going to be in class on Tuesday. A couple things are driving that. A lot of people are telling me they are bugging out early because of Thanksgiving. So, you know, I thought, well, I'll just record a lecture. There's also a couple things going on campus that I've been asked to be a part of. Science Day is on Tuesday, and also some kind of athletics game on Tuesday that they want me to speak to some elementary kids. So I'll try to do that well. Anyways, please watch these videos, and I guess I got to assign you homework. What I'd like you to do for homework then is I would like you to do this is on page 116. I would like you to do number 4 with Excel. Okay, so do 4 with Excel, totally with Excel, and do number 7 with Excel. Okay, so just 4 and 7 with Excel. We come back from break. We're going to have only 2 more classes left. I'll probably make up a little take-home assignment just so you can get some more points that way. I will probably, and then Tuesday we'll go over this homework, and then Tuesday and Thursday we're really going to prep hard for our cumulative final, which, as you guys know, is Wednesday, December 7th, I believe. So have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you real soon.